It may be kind of geeky, but you could still watch Kung Fu Panda on it. That's what Samsung's new ad for its Gear VR says. So joining us now to break it all down, you know him, Mark Spoonauer, editor-in-chief at Tom's Guide. So Mark, some of us have seen those commercials, so what do you make of Samsung's advertisement? What do you think of that normal approach to virtual reality? How close do you think Main Street gets to actually trying and using virtual reality like the one Samsung's advertising?
Well, I think in a way they almost don't need to advertise it because it's already sold out on Amazon and Best Buy, but there's a lot of people who aren't early adopters who really just want to know what the heck is VR. And it is a pretty simple and straightforward commercial because I think you have to get people over the geeky factor. So they show how you snap your phone into it and how you look through these two lenses at the phone, because the phone display is actually your big cinema display when you're looking around 360 degrees. And then they show you some experiences that you can have with it, like watching movies. But I think it really takes off when you have true 360-degree experiences like games.
All right, so we talk about the experiences that you can have. You just mentioned a few of them.
Yeah.
You can go and check out those 360 rotations of faraway lands, places I've never been before, that kind of thing. So what do you think people are going to use the Gear for besides just visiting some of those places that we normally don't get to see? Besides that, and perhaps even gaming.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to start with gaming. I mean, there is something really cool about being able to, for example, fly in a jetpack. And I've played the game where you have the controller in your hand and the goggles on your face. And as you look around, you're actually seeing, what you're flying up to and through and going through obstacles and that sort of thing. Same thing with driving games. There have been some complaints about seasickness or VR-like sickness, but Samsung and Oculus have worked on, working down the latency factor, which contributes to that. But I do think virtual tours will be big. Also education. Imagine, seeing a dinosaur up close and personal for the first time and your kid being able to see something like that.
All right, so here's the thing. It sounds great, but there's economics behind it, right?
Sure.
This is a $99 price target for this particular one. So are beginners or novices better off getting maybe a competing device like the Google Cardboard? It's significantly less. What's the difference, in essence, at this stage in time between all of these multiple VR-type devices?
Sure. Well, the Google Cardboard is a really good approximation of what you're going to get with the Gear VR, and it's a nice sort of gateway drug to experience what those 360 videos and other things are like, but it doesn't have the same high-quality display that Samsung has and the software that they worked with Oculus to work on the things like the latency and the speed of response and that sort of thing. But even on our own gift guide on Tom's Guide, the Cardboard is the #1 clicked on item right now. And I think part of that is because of that $25 price point. It's the difference between a stocking stuffer and something that's really cool, but still affordable.
Absolutely. The price point is certainly going to be a point of interest for a lot of people out there who are shopping for that next kind of VR gear, or that piece of technology that they want. So let's talk about the outlook for virtual reality. I mean, how do you see it? Is it going to catch on like fire this next year? I mean, should we all go out and get VR devices here for Christmas?
Well, I think this is going to be a really interesting proof point for the entire category. I think 2016 is going to be really important for the Oculus Rift. HTC has something coming online in the Vive. And those take the experience even further because you can walk in 3D space. So as you walk forward in the game. Right now with the Gear VR, it's mostly a sitting down experience, and you can look around, but you can't walk in that environment. So it's sort of like crawl, walk, run when it comes to VR. But I think Samsung is off to a really good start based on the early demand for their device.
All right, sounds like this year, at least for the holiday season, VR devices like Google Cardboard and the Samsung Gear VR could be some pretty popular items on those gift lists. Thank you so much, Mark Spoonauer, for joining us here. Mark Spoonauer, editor-in-chief of Tom's Guide. And thanks for watching. I'm Dominic Chu. Have a great day.
Hey YouTube fans, I'm Landon Dowdy from CNBC. Thanks so much for checking out our channel. Here you'll find videos packed with all the info that you need to be smarter about your finances. Be sure and subscribe by clicking right here, and click on all the videos around me to see CNBC's original series Young Money, Tech Bet, Kramer's Mad Money, and all the latest from CNBC.